Hello and welcome to the first ever Better World News segment. I am your host, Justin Furtado, the founder of the Better World Challenge. And on these Better World News segments, we are going to be highlighting and showing you the good in the world, but also how people are working towards creating a better next generation, building a better world, so to speak. And so in my first ever episode, I am really excited to bring to you some great news, but before that I want to touch on some of the not so great news. This week obviously was an attempted coup to take down and stop the count for President Biden's electoral college votes by a group of pro-Trump protesters earlier this week, and it's really saddening to see an attack on our democracy like this. And this is what happens when leadership at the top level is really undermining the systems that are in place to make sure that there is a fair election. So it's really disheartening to see, but in light of that, I do believe that change is coming. There's still a great value to what we have here in America, and it's a really sad day to see. I think sometimes you have to get your door knocked down to realize, we are not a perfect nation. We have flaws. Our democracy has flaws, and it's a real opportunity to, obviously reckon with that it was a group of white people that came in and did it. And, obviously if that was a group of, people of color or black people specifically, what they faced from the guards and the police would have been quite a bit different, as we noticed in the Black Lives Matter protests, which segues perfectly into our first news story, or our story of the week, is that the Newark, New Jersey Police Department fired 0 shots. They didn't just not shoot anyone, which is amazing here in America. They didn't fire a single shot. And that's kind of a big deal. So they've been working on some de-escalation training for the past 2 years. And obviously here in America, there are more mass shootings, there are more police shootings than in any other country in the world. And that's something that we've become numb to. And it seems like after every single mass shooting, there is so much, talk about, oh, there's going to be all this change. And it's kind of, sometimes we're wondering, when is that change going to come? Ask yourself. And it's heartening to see that there were 0 shots fired, and there's very minimal violence in Newark, New Jersey during the George Floyd protests, despite there being so much violence across cities across the United States. So it was a big win, and it goes to show you that it is possible for police departments. It is a small city. It's 285,000 people as of right now, but it goes to show you that it's possible that we can have police departments that don't fire a shot here in America. So that is the Better World News story of the week. Let's continue working to build a better world. And I think it's so important for police departments to learn about de-escalation training, to save human lives, and not shoot people and kill people, especially black people, especially after a year of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Jacob Blake. That's not okay. There's so many other lives I'm forgetting about too that may not have even, caught the media attention that they deserved. We're talking about human lives here. And it's really, it's frustrating and it's disappointing. And, we're on the Better World News segment, and I want to be, candid and honest that there is not always, a better world news, but we have to have a space and an opportunity to talk about some of these things, about how we are working to build a better world, how we are working to be like the city of Newark that has 0 police shootings, 0 shots fired in the year 2020. A wild year, especially for police. So that's something let's continue to work for. And this news segment is not supposed to be dark. You can get your candid news elsewhere. This is going to be the place where you can come and you can recognize that we're actually really building a better world. And there's opportunity, there's hope. So remain hopeful. Thanks for watching. If you're interested, make sure to subscribe wherever we're going to be putting this on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Stay in touch. TheBetterWorldChallenge.com. You can learn how to make a difference in your world. We're building a network of people that meets every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time to have a special guest come in, talk about their change agent work, how they're making the world a better place, and you can go learn from other people about how you can implement some things into your life and your communities on how you can make the world a better place. So again, thank you so much for watching. You're all making the world a better place, and together we can really make a change in this world.